Shiba Inu whales gather more than 223 billion tokens as prices plummet. Hi there, Shib Army. It is good to see you again. Be sure to click the bell symbol and subscribe to the channel. Now we can cut to the chase. Although the price dropped to 6%, Shiba Inu whales still managed to buy an astounding 223 billion tokens. The Shiba Inu community is quite curious about this. If you're a fan of Shiba Inus, then you should definitely watch the whole video. The Bitcoin market had a very eventful weekend, as reported by Watcher Guru. But it appeared like every asset was making a comeback. Once Shiba Inu hit a low of $1,830, they joined the trend. Among all this mayhem, a whale address grabbed 223 billion SHIB tokens on the most recent collapse. Despite the current downturn, a well-known whale was able to increase their Shiba holdings. There were around 4 of these extremely wealthy addresses found to have gone on a spending binge in the past day. A massive 107.1 billion SHIB was stolen from Coinbase by a whale, which led to the discovery of the initial move. The acquisition followed the SHIB's decline to its lowest point in 6 weeks. The deal was a calculated move to take advantage of the sale prices shown much more clearly now. Sometime later, a second whale surfaced and proceeded to conduct a number of deals. The whale bought a ton of SHIB on Coinbase. It is worth mentioning that the tokens came from the identical Coinbase wallet used in the previous transactions. This points to a purposeful plan for accumulation even more. After that, an experienced whale dove in to investigate the seize. This whale made off with 13.7 billion SHIB tokens. Immediately following this, an additional whale bought 29.6 billion coins on Coinbase. It was obvious that these whales were out to make a killing during the market crash. The next chapter is going to be insane, so be sure to hit that like button and stay tuned. In the middle of all this whale activity, Shiba Inu had a 6% increase in the past day. As of the time of publication, the asset was selling for 233 cents. This outlook appears set to persist throughout the week, with SHIB expected to surge to 3,188 cents later in the week. The price of SHIB fell 52% to 21.75 cents, according to Tradebyte, a notable cryptocurrency analyst. However, the current focus is on a falling wedge formation. From its existing level of 2,353 cents, the price has the potential to surge to 456 cents if it breaks a particular level. In terms of the value of Shiba Inus for the next 12 months, Changelly has some encouraging forecasts. According to the price swing seen in early 2023, experts predict that by April 2024, the average SHIB rate would reach 341 cents. Professionals anticipate a range of 245 cents to 437 cents for the coins. With that, the video has come to a close. She forbade me from jokingly adding a lot of likes to the video so that YouTube would take notice. The whole have a good day thing backfired. What is going on with the Shiba Inu's precipitous decline in value? So what's the big deal? What role does BlackRock play in this whole affair? I say we just find out. An unforeseen twist occurred today. The crypto market meltdown has left many people feeling upset, especially the newcomers who put their money into the market with a paper hand. Shiba Inu also fell, probably as a result of the Bitcoin dump, despite the fact that it had recently been trending upwards. Also, the Shiba Inu's behavior is very similar to that of Bitcoin. However, this is something that some may find confusing. Many were anticipating a meteoric rise in the price of Bitcoin and the entire cryptocurrency sector following the recent Bitcoin halving event. Although this is true, it takes time for it to take effect. Amazingly, according to one Twitter user, there is a 6 to 9 month lag period before Bitcoin's price starts increasing, so it's not surprising that people believe the halving will instantly boost the price to $200. In the aftermath of a Bitcoin halving event, when the incentive to mine new blocks is halved, this will happen before the price of Bitcoin starts to rise dramatically. It usually takes around 6 to 9 months. Therefore, although the event is generating a lot of buzz, the complete effect on the price will not be felt right away. In the past, the halving has only benefited Bitcoin's price in the long run. The price of Bitcoin surged in the year after each of the 3 halving occurrences that took place in 2012, 2016, and 2020. But there were negligible, if any, price fluctuations in the month after the halving incidents. This information points to a trend. Although the market responds to the halving's immediate consequences, it often fails to fully grasp the magnitude of those effects in the long run. Whatever the case may be, today the whole cryptocurrency market crashed. Why is this happening? It finally happened today. BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF had no new investments for the first day in its history, immediately following the acceptance of the Bitcoin ETF after 71 consecutive trading days. People start to wonder how it's even possible. Furthermore, that inquiry is highly reasonable, as in absolutely none. Were you expecting something else than a numerical value? Why can't it be zero? Since suspicions are stoked when there are no inflows following continuous good activity, it is a reasonable question. A number of zeros usually means nothing. It is unusual, nevertheless, to observe this in a monetary sense. Absolutely nothing, particularly following a major development like the green light for a Bitcoin ETF. Is this wager significant then? So it's a really Sember trade spin, and it makes people question whether there's more going on in the background. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF has been a daily magnet for multi-million-dollar investments since its January 11th inception, amassing roughly $15.5 billion in the first 7 days of its operation. On April 24th, after recording zero inflows, BlackRock's streak of positive cash flow came to an end. Many in the cryptocurrency industry had high hopes that Bitcoin would become the first exchange-traded fund ETF to ever see successive inflows of capital. Previous events. Just think of the disappointment that crypto investors would experience if the daily influx numbers they were looking forward to abruptly stopped. While the lack of inflows is a first for BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, the enthusiasm it would bring to the crypto world is considerable, with conversations and predictions flooding social media platforms and online forums. This is typical for other ETF members. For instance, Fidelity has seen a 3-day dry spell in the past 2 weeks. However, the fact that the streak was broken still causes many to feel unhappy. Regardless, with this run of 71 days, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF is already in the top 10 all-time funds. Yet another evaluation. As an aside, the equities premium income ETF JP Morgan has the longest inflow streak of any exchange-traded fund ETF at 160 days. However, this is not the cause of the price drop that other cryptocurrencies experience today, including Bitcoin. If that's the case, then why is it the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF kept bleeding, which is something we've grown accustomed to? Grayscale lost $130 million on April 24th. Therefore, $120 million was dispersed throughout the day by the spot Bitcoin ETFs. The fact that Grayscale persists in selling its Bitcoin notwithstanding the interruption of the inflow streak is intriguing. On top of that, the majority of the other Bitcoin ETF holders also experienced a dry period today. The crypto market fell for a number of reasons, including this. Since Bitcoin is the most valuable cryptocurrency and has a large market cap, its decline will have a domino effect on the entire cryptocurrency market. A precipitous decline in the value of Bitcoin sets off a chain reaction that causes the value of other cryptocurrencies to fall as well. Fortunately, there appears to be an impending improvement in the situation. Many of Shiba Inu's important growth indicators are contradictory, and the market as a whole is seeing a bearish resurgence, so the dog situation is precarious. The current price of a Shiba Inu has fallen more than 8%. The apparent increase in trade volume, which has surged by more than 12% to $800 million, counteracts this negative decline. Some may find this situation shocking at this point, for the simple reason that when the price of a cryptocurrency plummets, traders tend to be more wary and less active, leading to a reduction in trading volume. Although the price of Shiba Inu has dropped, the number of transactions has really gone up. This contradictory pattern, as it says, causes investors to wonder and be intrigued. Despite the pessimistic market mood, there might be more interest in Shiba Inus. According to Shiba Burn's findings, the deflationary trade of the Shiba Inu may